my first question to you would be, you have held key positions at Education Institute throughout your professional career. What are the key factors that keeps you connected with the education sector?
Throughout my life, I am working in the academic institute, in the government institute as well as in the private institute also. But see, in hierarchical position in each and every organization, I have worked for each level. And in particular, this my nature is that I always try to learn something from the students. And to be with the students, it will be the very, very good platform to be a good teacher and to give the students what they are need. So I can understand that at an every time what will be the actual development of students is needed if I will be with the students. So this will be my basic principle that I should be with students.
Okay, sir. Nice, very nicely answered, sir. The next question, moving on to the next question, I would ask you, being the chairman of Darshan Institute of Engineering and Technology, what is your philosophy of leadership, and how would you describe your leadership styles?
See, our basic principle to run this institute is only that committed education with help of the dedicated faculty. And we are always believing that with good faith of students, what we can do more and more, what will be the current need of the students, and what will be the exactly need of market in the engineering. We always keep our eyes in the market and we will hear the students what is they are in need of and how we will be introduce these things for the students. This is the basic principle of our engineering education.
Okay, sir. Okay. The third question I would ask you, sir, the education system in India and other foreign countries, they are structured very differently, sir. So, what can the student gain from studying at your institute?
You are right that see, first of all, the word structure, remember, it is not matter. Actually, we can change this structure. What will be the need of, but what will be the actually application of this structure? It is the important thing. So, if we are in need of, we can change the syllabus. We can restructure our the systems. But by restructuring, we can't do anything. You have to monitor the students. You have to structure your system. You have to apply the system according to need of students, then and then we can do very good things. But structure is not matter actually, but it will be the application is matter and monitoring of the students is matter. Actually, what will be the current scenario of education is matter. What will be the recent development is matter. Structure is the secondary thing for the education systems.
Okay, sir. Sir, how does the curriculum of Darshan Institute of Engineering and Technology ensures the best practice in industry?
See, actually,
can you please throw some light on this?
Yeah. Our Darshan Institute is actually affiliated with GTU. So first thing is that according to rules and regulations, we have to follow the affiliation system of our UCTs and we have to follow the curriculum of the UCT. But at a certain time, we have to see what will be the current need, what will be the exact scenarios of the development in technology. And according to this, we are always keeping our students each and every semester, means after first year, means from the third semester to eighth semester, we are always giving one basic skill which is applicable in the respective field of engineering. So he is with very good baggage after completion of engineering for their respective engineering areas. So we are only giving education is actually outcome. It is really important. But see, outcome, it is not only one word, but you have to see what will be the outcome is needed in this scenario, and then accordingly you have to give the skill to the students during the completion of their studies. So we are always trying to give the skill which will actually applicable in the field. This is the different thing than the other colleges.
So very nicely said, sir, very nicely. Sir, moving on to the next question, I would ask you, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the institute and the students are?
Exactly, I am not getting.
Sir, I'll repeat. What do you think your roles and responsibilities to the institute and students are?
Yeah, see, being as a principal and chairman of the institute, basically, what will be the exactly infrastructure need of this institute? It is my first responsibility. Then what will be the regular interaction of the students and faculty. I have to monitor. And so always, I am early morning, I will always with the students for 1 to 2 lecture in early morning. And I will analyze what are the questions of the students, what is need of the students, what will be the relations with the faculty. So then and then I will get actual position of the institute, what will be the exact lacking thing in the institute, what will be the good thing in the institute, and in which way the efficiency of the institute in infrastructure, in manpower, in other any resources I can fulfill. So thing is that we have to keep eye on the students' need for the existing curriculum and as well as the skill development things.
Okay, sir. Okay, so I would ask you, what would be the institute top priority over the next 10 years? We plan for next 10 years because the education industry is changing very rapidly, as you have seen because of this COVID-19.
See, first of all, from me to you, on each and every students means community will always interested for the both thing. One will be the status and second one will be the gain. So our first priority is that for the next decade also, placement should be very good. And when they will get the placement, accordingly, they should be equipped. In their field, they can progress. So we are always keeping the views. We are taking the views of our past students. They are working in the different areas. So what will be the exact need? We can update our students and we will fit their new students to their recent market. So placement is the basic thing, and to give the good placement, you have to give skill as well as basic knowledge of each and every engineering basic knowledge. So placement is the priority, and then good teaching is the also need of the placement.
Okay, thank you, sir. Now I would ask you is what was your vision when you started the and has it evolved over time? And how far along in implementing that vision are you?
See, particularly to start this institute, actually I am working in the different level from the lecturer to the principal at different institute. But in my mind that I am not able to give what I want to give by the students. And there will be the certain limitations of the administration side, from government side and from other agencies, in which I have to follow the order of that people. So I have decided that I should start the institute with the people, those purely academicians, and those are engaged with the engineering education also. So we have started this education institute to give the better and better to the need of the students. At right now, what will be there, what will be the in future. Accordingly, we can plan, we can implement, and we can get the results. So we have started this institute.
So very, very nicely said. Sir, as you said that your priority is placement, sir. So yeah. I would like to ask you, what are the current programs which are going in the institute for preparing the candidates and students for industry?
Exactly, I am not getting your audio.
Sir, I am telling you, you said me your top priority is placements.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you, what are the plans and what are the what changes you have made in curriculum so that the students are more acceptable to the industry?
Yeah. Sure. First of all, during the first and second year, we are giving the basic knowledge of engineering in respective engineering branches. Then after fifth, fourth semester, we are giving the skill, and we are dividing each branch into specialization of areas. Suppose we have civil engineering, I am dividing structure part, irrigation part, water resources part, like that. And accordingly, what will be the interest of the students? We are giving the elective subjects, and we are interacting with the agencies in the market. And our basic principle of this institute is that we should be connected with market. Our institute is running number of consultancy program, number of testings, and a number of designs program also. So we are involving the students for their area in which they are interested. We are giving the knowledge of during the study, and they are able to cope up with the need of the employee. So this basic thing is that we are always going with the students' need as well as students' interest area, and then we are going with the consultancy design, and we are involving each and every unit for this particularly job. So students are well aware with what they have to do after placement. So they will be satisfied, employees also satisfied, and they will get very good salary as well as good position in the placement.
Very nicely placed. Sir, so what are some of the biggest challenges you see both for higher education in general and for Darshan Institute of Engineering and Technology specifically?
See, particularly challenges, if you will say, then particularly things nowadays there will be the what is the of the media. So there will be the some certain thing is that there will be the so many myths in the market also. There will be the fuzzy news in the market, and due to these students will sometimes they will be divert in the different ways. But our basic thing is that we have to guide what will be the in future, what will be the exactly engineering. Engineering is nothing but work. One has to work. So first we have to keep in mind that our students should be ready to work. So the basic thing we have to keep with us, we have to guide them, and we have to prepare for them. Otherwise, there is no challenge. Actually, I am believing that if we will guide the students correctly, then in this market there is no challenge in engineering area. We have lot of work, we have lot of opportunity, we have lot very good futures in the future.
Sir, okay. So the last question, sir, I would like to ask you is any suggestions you would like to give to the current youths and the students?
See, since from my career, I have started my career in 1985. Since I am seeing and observing each and every year what will be the future of the engineering. Each and every year, I have never seen the declination of the engineering future. First interest. So I will give the message to each and every young that be ready for good future. There will be a lot of opportunity in engineering area, but you have to be ready for that. You have to change your idea. You have to accept new things. You have to learn, unlearn, and relearn for the engineering. Then and then you will survive in the engineering. So don't worry for the future. You have to be ready for the right now for the recent present thing, and be ready for the hard work. Be ready for what will be the opportunity you will get. You have to prove yourself that you are the competent engineer, you are competent applicant, you are competent organizer, you are competent the responsible persons for the society as well as for the engineering area.
Sir, very nicely, very nicely.